Kubu Gaming actually cooked something really interesting with Druids, and he is using the new Zinajari Fabled card with which you could be doing some absolutely insane OTKs with the help of a little bit of the Protoss package. This is definitely not a deck I would ever think would be working as good as it actually did for me, but it is indeed quite the interesting pile of cards, and you might actually have a lot of fun with this one. God knows I got very surprised how well this thing works and how differently it could be working. So in this video I'm gonna give you a quick overview of the deck, talk about what you could be pulling off with it, and go through the cards so you guys have a better idea of what you could be doing with and against it. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you do, a like and subscribe would be awesome. At this point I'm something like the Hearthstone Deck Guide guy, so if you guys want to be up to date with everything Hearthstone related, this would be the place to do it on. Now let's check out the deck.
You are not prepared!
Here's the deck up close, and I thought this deck would be a lot greedier than it is, but no, you actually want to be doing some really interesting things with the help of Lady Azhara, with which you could be getting yourself a copy of a minion with doubled up stats. And with the help of this thing, after you've played Lady Azhara, you will be getting yourself a doubled up charge minion thanks to the Chrono Boost, and that straight out gives you 6 damage, but if before that you gave him, let's say, Mark of the Wild, or even Shaladra still +5/+5, it's gonna be even a lot more. I know you might be thinking it's gonna be happening a lot less than it's supposed to, but I went 4-0 with this thing straight out the gate without knowing exactly what I'm supposed to do, and it was actually consistent, guys. And the way it is getting consistent is thanks to the basically tracking, which is wave shaping, which gives you one of the cards. You got to discover one of the cards from your deck and put the other 2 at the bottom of your deck, so you could actually potentially be putting some bad cards you don't really want to be drawing early at the bottom, and you still actually get to do things like tradable best in shell. So even if you put something important at the bottom of your deck, you could actually tradable this thing into your deck, shuffling it and removing them from the bottom, and they could be somewhere else now. What you want to be doing with Lady Azhara probably always is go for Zinajari. I did try one game with the Well of Eternity, like the game really was leaning heavily for me to go that route, and the game was very clunky thanks to it. It's not worth it, even if you have this in hand and the other one in the deck. It's still probably better off to destroy this one, because the random spells you actually get are from any class. They could be anything, and that is just a little bit too much randomness for my liking. You're not gonna have a super easy time actually clearing out enough room in your hand for it to be worth it, so it was very random bullshit fiesta kind of game. Thankfully, the guy against me was also having a pretty clunky time, so we did still manage to snag the win. What we also have in this deck is a couple of scrapping book students, with which you could be copying both Zinajari or Elise, Location, or frickin' a Midrasil, which is still as busted as ever. Going through the cards, we have a couple of Construct Pylons as well as a couple of Chrono Boosts, and that is literally all the Protoss cards you have in this one. Thanks to those, you could be playing the 3 mana Chrono Boost and also fishing out the other 2 Protoss cards out your deck, which is pretty good. And you kinda want to be saving these Chrono Boosts, at least the second one, for when you're ready to do the good thing with Zinajari. You could also get yourself a 5/5 extra copy thanks to Elise, or a 10 copy thanks to Elise if the game is long enough, so you could be pretty flexible with it. But yeah, all around the Protoss cards are basically for the charge minions and thinning out the deck. Couple of Innervate so you can do things faster, couple of Arcanite Revelations so you thin out the deck, potentially discounting some good spells like New Heights, let's say. The new wave shaping is pretty awesome. Basically tracking for Druid is pretty insane. I definitely slept big time on this card and how good it is. It's actually amazing. Couple of Mark of the Wilds are pretty decent, giving you a little bit of extra tempo, but basically the main purpose for them is to buff up the minion you're gonna be charging face with through the Chrono Boost. Couple of Story of Barnabas is also pretty awesome to thin out the deck and find yourself Lady Azhara nice and quick. And you don't have that many other minions in here, like you literally have like a grand total of 6 minions. A single copy of Trail Mix in here, maybe a second copy would feel nice in this one, I don't know, I'm not sure. But I didn't feel like it was missing for the most part at least. The New Heights definitely help you do things a lot quicker. Couple of Swipes also pretty decent for a little bit of removal ability, and also basically help you survive the game a lot easier in the early turns against faster decks. Elise you could be using for a lot of things, but a lot of the times it's actually going to be for a 5 mana location, maybe even a 10er, but 5 at the least. 1 mana is not going to be that amazing for you. Getting yourself a 1 mana copy minion is not what you're trying to do. You'd much rather get a 5/5 or a 10/10 even, and you're going to have an easy time thanks to all the ramp the deck has. So 5 or 10 would be the way to go, especially if you're thinking about copying it with the student. Well of Eternity, pretty trash cards. Both with and without the buff through the legendary Ajara. It's just not that amazing. The Zinajari, on the other hand, pretty amazing stuff, and it does double up the stats of the minion. If it's a charge minion, it's actually insane. A Midrosil still gives you a lot of card draw, a lot of extra mana refresh, so it is pretty awesome and also a valid target to get a copy of, but keep in mind it might be a little bit clunky for you because you might end up with too much card draw with an extra copy of it, and you also might take up a little bit too much board space. That was actually quite the problem in one of the games, but we still managed to snag in a last second lethal. The Chrono Boost, we already were over them. They draw cards from your deck, they get cast with a discount, and they most importantly give you a charge minion to slap the opponent in the mouth with. Lady Ajara, pretty busted, giving you double stats on the Zinajari. Definitely would be nice, and it's also not very hard for you to actually fish her out thanks to your wave shaping, thanks to Story of Barnabas, that kind of stuff. The 2 scrapping students you could be using on either of the locations, honestly, so be smart about it. The best in show, a lot of the times you're actually not going to be playing this. I think it's mainly in here for the tradable aspect, and it's a spell, so you don't have to put a bad silence minion in here, which would be messing up things like Barnabas and whatnot. But this way you basically fix the bottom of your deck if something important actually got dredged at the bottom. If 2 important cards were shown, one you might actually want to have a little bit sooner, so I'm not sure if it's that important, but it's definitely something to consider maybe removing. Same can be said for Final Frontier. It's a little bit too expensive, so it never really came down to it. It did sit in my hand for quite a lot of the game, so maybe it's not that important. You could swap it out for something better. Shaladrasil, very good. It actually manages to give you quite the interesting lethals, both removing a taunt for you, giving you extra buffs for 0 mana, which you can get twice of on the copy thanks to Zinajari, and also the 5 damage AoE, all around pretty good stuff. And last but not least, we have Ziliax, with which you could be healing a lot and win on the spot against some more aggressive decks. Like, you don't always have to go for the aggressive combo, sometimes you just gotta live long enough for the opponent to fuck off. Anyway, that's about it for the deck overview. Going first and second, things like Innervate could be a consideration. Arcanite Revelation is awesome, Wave Shaping is also great, Story of Barnabas, Trail Mix could be good, New Heights is awesome, Elise could be a keep, Zinajari straight out, a Midrasil, and Lady Ashara. I'd say that's about it for the cards you could be keeping. The others are just not that worth it, even though going second against an aggressive class, you could be holding on to your swipe as well. All around, that's it for the deck. Not the cheapest out of the lot, and definitely not the easiest to play, but God knows it was pretty fun for me, so you might also want to give it a check if you have most of the cards for it. Hope you enjoyed the guide. Now let's check out some other games on my road back to 11x Legend with it. The opponents we are playing against are still top Legend players, so keep that in mind. But be careful crafting too much because nerfs might happen, and who knows if this deck actually turns out to be cracked or just a fluke. Now let's get into the games. Against the mage.
My long slumber has ended.
Not the worst. Chrono Boost probably worth at least one. Maybe not. Wait, so we're actually trying to get copies of the Chrono Boost crap? That's interesting. That is looking questionable as hell, dude. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. I had a different idea when I saw this deck, but okay. Might be crazy enough to work. Thank fuck we didn't top deck Well of Eternity.
A true queen defends her people.
Next turn we can go with a Midrasil. Maybe even copy it if we feel fancy. What is that even? Okay, we actually got the thing. I can almost do the thing right now. Almost. Next turn I will be able to do the thing, as long as that ain't counterspell, that is. It was, chat. It was. He made an attempt on our lives. Yeah. Let's see now. I'm gonna try and push the tempo ball. Not bad at all.
For Artanis. For Artanis.
Next turn I could copy either this or that. This would be better for me right now.
Step forth into the Timeways.
Is he looking for the watercolor? It's kind of fucky. Have a swipe for that. For some of it at least. Okay. Could get a copy of this too. The way things are going, I think a Midrasil makes more sense. Okay, that gives me the scrappy boy. I just swipe that ass. I guess I can swipe one and give this to the other. And next turn we could be making some pretty big things if we had the room. It's probably gonna freeze us for a turn or two though. Maybe we overcooked with that Midrasil, but it did give us a lot of things to do. The deck is looking actually kind of interesting. It's a Location Druid more than Protoss Druid, not gonna lie. That'll be annoying. Well, I could just go with a silly X. I gotta do some stupid trades in order for that to feel good-ish.
Take a vacation.
But yeah, I think copying Image Whistle was not a bright idea. It gave me a lot of hand size issues, more like board space issues. I think we're still winning, but it's a bit harder, a bit clunkier. Not great. Can actually get the 10 mana location here out of Elise and play it too. But I won't have room to actually play it too. Hold the phone. Hold the actual phone. Is there a lethal here? There is. You just don't know it yet. I'm blind.
Time is of the essence.
There isn't. There is. Can't see. Pretty sure there was lethal here, but I just don't. Oh, there you go. I could have also at least given the +2. Yeah, there was a lot of lethal here, guys. I could have removed one of the minions thanks to the dream card, and I could have given +2 and then copied. There was a shit ton of lethal there, fam. This deck is actually kind of insanely genius. A little bit too genius for me, especially for a first try with it, but there's a lot of damage in this one. There is a lot of actual damage in this one, insane.
Sister, it's been too long. My long slumber has ended.
But yeah, we're definitely not looking for Chrono Boost in the beginning. Against the fellow Druids, that might be interesting. Let's go like this.
The time calls for action.
Nice discount we got there. Can't say no to that. This guy is some kind of dredge druid, it seems. God damn it, man, I'm having this thing in my hands. Really doesn't feel that amazing to be coining it out right now, but it's something. Dude, do I ever go with this shit here? Honestly, it might actually be the play in this particular case. Like, I don't have any other combo right now or ways to get it anytime faster. I'm actually gonna try like this. Call me crazy, but this might be it.
Time is of the essence.
All of history is under my gaze.
Okay, he also got lucky there. I'm gonna play this but not touch it. Next round we can do some. Could be greedy if even copy it, but I don't know, man. Would be a little bit too slow, you know. If he kills my minion from board, maybe I do. Problem is, he got to pick a potentially very cheap cards.
Stop and smell the
Maybe not. Let's see that then. Okay. See how this feel. All beasts in my hand, damn man. These are all kind of spells, by the way. That's fucked. Wow. They're all ass.
Time is of the essence. Tremble! My people are with me.
God damn it, bro. My mouse is feeling like shit. Fuck this stupid garbage. Never again a fucking wireless mouse, man. Fuck this shit. Now this is gonna break my camera, isn't it? Okay, where were we? Let me make a copy of this. Still do that. Maybe.
My people are with me. Tremble!
Yeah, it's pretty fucked. It's an okay bet, I guess, but I don't know, man. Like, I don't know who in the right mind is spending on this bullshit. Like, for real, for real. For real, Chief.
All are nourished when the cycle renews.
Really don't have enough room to be doing much of anything here.
What dreams may come. Together we shall prevail.
You love my new recipe.
This guy's doing a whole lot of nothing. The spells we're getting are all kinds of spells, man. Random temporary spells. Didn't realize it's gonna be from all classes. I thought it'd be druid spells. So maybe the Well of Eternity not such a bright idea after all, but felt okay at the time. Oh god, that's gonna be a lot of taunts and buffs. Full board of taunts and buffs. Wait, what? Oh, it's a choose free, not battle cry. That's good. Ain't you dead?
I must withdraw.
Okay. That was a weird game, though. That's not how this game was supposed to pan out for real. But, I don't know, man. I just gave it a try, so you don't have to. I don't think you should ever be going for Well of Eternity. It's just way too random. Against the Huntered. Gotta be quick against those. This swipe might actually be worth. We're against the professional memester.
My long
If we're dyslexic.
is ended.
Wow, Chrono boost instead of a Chrono boost, so I can boost Chrono instead of boost Chrono. That with another Barney boy. Shallot was still at the bottom with Construct Pylons, not so bad because I could fish out the Pylons with Chrono. Okay, he's going quick. He's fast as fuck, boy! Fast as fuck! If only I had a swipe for it, you know? If only. Celiax, pretty good. How dare he tempo the shit out of me? Get back, I say. Get back. Well fought. I concede. No? Let's draw more. Well, actually, let me try with... To be fair, this does reduce the amount of minions in there, but this could give me new heights, which I would love to play. Ah, fuck it, I'd still rather do this. Let's discount again. There's that new heights I was talking about. Let me amp up the ramp up, and next turn we might even get an extra innervate for a potential Celiax. We know 2 of the bottom cards are not those. Where'd that dredge action, by the way? Actually, we ruined the dredge with the tradable we did. Ooh, that was 5, damn it. Hyper aggro right there. Even draws. The nerve of this guy. Well, another swap never hurt nobody. No innervate, you say. I could just Chrono. That's not gonna be that much better than just swiping, though. Nah, let me just do this. Leave myself with a target for Celiax next turn, you know? A lot of card draw, Chief. That's a lot of card draw, Chief. It's also a lot of healing, though. Of the sexual kind. Heal me sideways, Chief. Heal me sideways. There's that extra innervate. Let's pretend we got lucky. And let's get this guy out of here. Deck is actually consistent. Yeah, thought so, Chief. Thought so, Chief. Thought so.
My long slumber has ended.
Okay, we definitely don't want that. We're against the Warlock. This guy's gonna be quick. Okay, quick Lady Ajara.
Job's done.
God damn you, bro. The goddamn Well at Eternity really wants to be here, huh? Still gonna destroy it. Still gonna destroy it, though. But, I'd rather a Midrasil first. Might as well do that. Okay, it's a shreddy boy actually, but it's still a farm deck. It's a shreddy boy. Should I still do this, or should I just coin that? I think I'm gonna coin that.
A true queen defends her people.
This guy getting in my deck, not my idea of a good time, not gonna lie. Okay, I'm down with that. That's gonna be a lot of extra stuff for me. Even get the ramp. I don't remember what we're talking about anymore, 05, but perhaps. Let's try like this.
Together we shall prevail. Together we shall prevail.
Kinda don't want to be playing this baddie. I will need hand space, but I really don't want to be shuffling more of this crap in there.
Thou solve a murder mystery.
What shadow spell are you running there? Interesting. Interesting. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Right now we can do some big. Let me try like this.
What dreams may
Okay, we got Elise. We can refresh her for 5. I'm gonna do that.
well.
Shit. More shit. I'm not gonna have enough room for that. So I'm not doing it.
Time is of the essence.
No swipe, sadly. No swipe, sadly. Not enough time, sadly. Swipe really didn't want to come there. Okay, let's see what that do though. He does have 3 damage AoE, that much we know. What else he does? Should have traded with the 4-1 first, but that's none of my business. Burning the location here would be pretty fucked. Thank fuck. Thank fuck. What kind of copy do I even want out of that ass? Let me get Zinajari, please. The fuck I will. The fuck I will. The fuck I will.
My life for hire. For Artanis.
Time is of the essence.
For Artanis.
Blaze a trail. Tremble.
It's not just for thinning out the deck. You want to get yourself charged minions that way, with which you can copy with the help of Zinajari, double up their stats, and make some crazy amounts of damage. The deck is actually kind of low-key genius. But, not getting Zinajari was really fucky. And we're still not getting it, huh? Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Can I pull it off right now with 5 damage AoE? I can return 1. Think we got it.
I'm not deep.
We don't have it, but we have a lot of it, as long as we get lucky. With both the 0 spells here. We got them. It's not lethal. I'm gonna do it like this.
Time is of the essence. A trail.
Fuck it, let's do it like this for the biggest amount of damage. It would have been much better with the extra Zinajari, because that way I get to copy it even harder, but I don't need to copy it even harder right now. What happened with this guy's deck tracker, man? Got him. Got him good. Got him a good. Deck's actually kind of insane. Deck is actually kind of insane, guys. I am low-key surprised how well this thing is performing. It's a little bit on the clunky side, but it's not an exactly linear deck. That much I've come to learn. It's not exactly a one-dimensional type of shit. Like, we went 4-0 with this thing, dude. Low-key impressed.